A special thank you to each of our subscribers who make this channel possible. Here's today's story. In a move that has sent ripples through the business community, Chancellor Rachel Reeves is set to unveil a budget that promises significant changes to the fiscal landscape of the UK. With increasing taxes, rising wage bills, and an overhaul of workers' rights, business leaders are voicing concerns about what they term a perfect storm for the economy. Reeves is expected to announce plans to increase employers' national insurance contributions, potentially raising up to £20 billion to fund vital investments in public services. This comes alongside a commitment to raise the minimum wage by at least 6.7% starting in April, which will directly impact over 3 million workers, further pushing up costs for companies already facing challenging economic conditions. The budget, set to be presented on Wednesday, is being touted as a blueprint for economic growth, aiming to create wealth and opportunity for all. However, the proposed changes have raised alarms among business leaders, who argue that these moves could undermine the competitiveness of British firms. The increase in minimum wage, particularly for younger workers, is seen as a double-edged sword. While it aims to provide a fairer wage for those aged 18 to 20, rising from £8.60 to £10 an hour, critics warn it could lead to reduced investment and job cuts as companies struggle to absorb the costs. In a symbolic gesture reflecting the Labour government's new direction, Reeves has replaced the portrait of former Conservative Chancellor Nigel Lawson with that of Ellen Wilkinson, a founding member of the Communist Party of Great Britain. This move has sparked debate about the ideological shift within the Treasury and what it means for the future of economic policy in the UK. On the defence front, the Chancellor is also expected to announce a £3 billion boost for defence spending, although she will not commit to a specific timeline for achieving the target of 2.5% of GDP. This has raised eyebrows among military leaders who are concerned about potential cuts to major military projects in the future. Meanwhile, Labour leader Sir Keir Starmer has reiterated the party's commitment to increasing defence spending, but has yet to set a definitive date for this goal. In a notable shift in policy, the budget will include measures to prevent the Home Office from routinely raiding the UK's aid budget to fund accommodation for asylum seekers. This change aims to ensure that overseas development aid is better protected and not diverted away from its intended purpose. The growing concern over the use of aid funds for domestic asylum issues has prompted calls for a review mechanism to ensure accountability in spending. As the political landscape shifts, the government faces mounting pressure regarding its stance on international aid. Sir Keir Starmer has expressed grave concerns over Israel's recent decision to ban the main Palestinian aid agency from operating within its territory, a move that has drawn criticism from several Western allies. The potential humanitarian crisis looming in Gaza has prompted calls for urgent action to address the needs of vulnerable populations. Additionally, the debate surrounding assisted dying legislation has intensified, with Health Secretary Wes Streeting reversing his previous support for the bill, citing the poor state of NHS palliative care. This change of heart among key government figures signals the complex and often contentious nature of health policy in the UK. As the budget announcement approaches, the political climate is charged with discussions about accountability, social justice, and economic viability. With the government's proposed changes poised to impact millions of workers and reshape the business landscape, all eyes will be on Chancellor Reeves as she lays out her vision for the UK's economic future. The implications of this budget will undoubtedly resonate throughout the country, influencing not just policy, but the everyday lives of citizens across the UK. That's all for this story. We upload videos every day covering many different subjects, so hit that subscribe button to stay informed. Thanks for watching.